This is a numbers game. It's a business. So look at the property differently than traditional home family would. So one, working with investors, understand how we set our goals and how we think. Number two, representing us, understanding our metrics, cap rates, return on investments. And number three, understanding our financing, creative financing, so they're subject to and seller carries and so on. And the reason all that will help you, there's so many ways.
You're listening to the AZREIA Show. If you're looking for quality real estate investing information that you can trust, you've found it. Stay tuned and join the tens of thousands of members that have already benefited from AZREIA, your home for education, market information, support, and networking opportunities that will advance your real estate investing career.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the AZREIA Show. I'm your host, Marcus Maloney, and we have our executive director co-host, Mike Delpreet. How are you, Mike?
Great. How about you, Marcus? How are you?
I am doing good, man. Doing good. You know what? It's been funny because the majority of July we've been off, right? So I haven't seen you since we were in Vegas, I think. So that was back in late June. So it's almost been a month. So guys, me and Mike, we normally see each other maybe 3 or 4 times a week, but we've been on hiatus here for a bit. But we wanted to come back to you guys and just give you guys a recap of what we have been doing as far as AZREIA for the year so far and what we have coming up. So you already know that we do quite a bit. I mean, there's tons of monthly meetings as far as subgroup meetings. And so we've been doing quite a bit. So we want to just go through, give you a recap of what we've done, what we have coming up, and some of the things that we want to highlight for you on today. So, Mike, man, let's just jump right in and kick it off. So,
Yeah, no, let's kick it off. So, as like you said, traditionally here at AZREIA, we shut down in July, meaning no networking groups, the monthly meeting. The only thing that happens is the monthly meeting online, right? So wherever you're at on vacation, you can still watch it. As we all know, I think what they said, it's the hottest July in history. Right?
yeah,
So I know everyone likes to stay cool by the pool, the AC, whatever it is. So, we'll be, to let everyone know that August 1st, we will be back at it. Everything will be back to normal. Open, doors open, online open, office open, venue
yep,
open, everything. So yeah, let's kind of start with, let's just recap kind of some of the stuff we accomplished over the first 6 months of the year.
let's do it. Let's do it. So, January, that was our wholesale month. So, just real quick, me and you, we actually did a boot camp for aspiring wholesalers and fix and flippers that want to find off market deals.
Yeah.
It was definitely a success. We enjoyed it. We enjoy the hands on approach working with you guys. So that was January.
Not to mention, we had every January we do wholesale month, which we had Sean Terry,
Yep.
Jacob Blank, Ramon Martinez, and Steve Tring all on our expert panel at our monthly meeting. So yeah, that was a great event. That was exciting.
Yeah. Excellent. Excellent. And then February was Fix and Flip February. So, Mike, you want to kind of recap that?
Tracy Royce, she's our go-to fix and flipper, in which she had a bus tour with us where we contacted our good friends over at Home Depot. So that, for those who don't know, we have tremendous discounts through Home Depot for AZREIA members only. So
Wait, Mike. Not just a bus tour. We had 2 full to capacity coach buses that went around to
Yep.
different properties. And we also went to Home Depot. So go ahead. I
Yeah.
just want to make sure I elaborated on that.
Yeah. If you guys didn't catch it, we're going to do it again soon. So it's coming up. We're planning the next one, but we had 82 members, 2 bus loads. We went to, I think it was 3 different fix and flip properties that
Yep.
needed renovations. So at 3 different levels, right? We tried to get different types of renovations. Tracy walked all our members through there, explained, what needs to be done. Everyone had some homework assignments while they walked through. And then we also, Home Depot allowed us to go to one of their store locations. And it was great that they showed us and walked us around the store and showed us everything they had to offer for fix and flippers and landlords. So thank you, Home Depot, for that. That was amazing. Then we
Yeah.
jumped into March.
Yeah, March. So that was John Burley. John Burley, a integral part of the REIAs across the country. He does such amazing work with his members and with the national REIA and with the REIA in general. So he really took some time out. That was a 2-day boot camp, wasn't it?
Well, that their first well, one, he spoke and educated at our monthly meeting,
Yep, at the monthly meeting.
and he always does a follow-up, like a 2, 3 day boot camp. John's the only educator, national educator that we let hit our stage more than 2 or 3 times a year. John has created more successful real estate investors and millionaires through AZREIA than any educator ever has. So he has a
Hmm.
great program on raising private money. So yeah, definitely look out for John, and he'll be back. He's actually well, I'll talk about him in a little bit, but he'll be
Yep, yep.
for sure. And then we dove right into April. We did co-living, as
Yep.
everyone knows that it's not just traditional landlording anymore. It's not just rent out the property for 1, 2 year lease. Uh,
Hmm.
it's all about changing the use of the property. There's more needs now than ever for how to, in different ways that you can use a rental property, investment property outside of, hey, I'm just going to rent it to a family at $1,500 a month. I don't remember everyone's name right off the top. Apologize, but we had sober living
Sober living. Yep.
and group homes. We had luxury
Pad split.
Airbnb. Oh, yep, Airbnb. Then we had Ellis at Pad Split, and then
Hmm.
had house hacking.
Yep.
So we covered 4 different levels, and there's way more out there than just
Yeah.
covered. But we wanted to expose our members to just the different ways outside of traditional rentals.
Yeah. And you know what I liked about that, Mike, too, is because that's actually what I'm getting into and my family is doing more of is more of the co-living with youth emergency shelters. So it drove home some of the key things that we were looking at, hearing those different perspectives really, really opened up my eyes to more of what people can do out here with their properties. Like you said, instead of just doing, the traditional single family or one family at $1,500 a month, you got to look at multiple uses of these properties, just like what they're doing in the commercial space right now. As real estate investors, we have to learn how to pivot, how to see a problem, identify a problem, and change the use of a property. And that's what's going on in the commercial space now is they're taking these office buildings and repurposing them and turning them into affordable living homes and apartment buildings. So it's not just having that home and renting it out, but what are some of the additional uses can you use for that property? It's an asset. How can you use it in multiple ways?
Yeah. So always expand your mind, always educate yourself. And here at AZREIA, we have access to that information. Okay, not only
Hmm.
free or affordable, it's all about the network and the community. The everyone on that panel is a member or has participated or helped AZREIA in some way with their expert knowledge in that specific areas. Yeah, you got to you come to these meetings and meet the people. So April, we jumped into May.
Yep. So we did asset protection with focus law. So that's one of the key things that you don't know you need it until you need it, right? That's one of the things that our family goes through and everybody should have, how should I hold my property? Should it be held in an LLC? Should it be held in an S corp? Should I have a living trust? Should I have a living trust versus a will? All of these things are very important because you don't want to build up an empire and then lose it, just because you didn't have your legal protection in order. So Mick and Focus Law, they came in and they really educated us on the importance of asset protection and how easy it is to be protected, but how important it is not to forget that you need that asset protection, right? Because it's more than just insurance.
No, and it's how do I if you ever heard any of my stories, it's kind of like when I'm the what is it, aim, fire, ready type
Yep.
or fire,
Yep.
aim,
Fire,
whatever.
aim, ready.
So
Fire, ready, aim, whatever. Yeah.
yeah, so I went through all these years just go hey, I just took massive action and which it worked out, was great. However, I find myself every once in a while going backwards and unraveling something I got myself into or cleaning something up or fixing something I broke,
Hmm.
whatever it is. So I truly can see through my trial and error that if you have the extra funds and if you can do it, do the proper estate planning up front. You never know what's going to happen tomorrow. And if you do have assets, like Marcus said, the empire you're building, we're all trying to build, that can easily, just as us, especially if you're in the going towards off-market properties, and when you're talking to these homeowners, your family will be that homeowner that we look for. Okay, that didn't have a will, didn't have a trust, didn't have anything in place. It has to go through probate, and everyone's fighting. Mom told me I could have the house when I was 7. It's all going to come out. So do it up front. Call Focus Law. They're our business associates. And one thing also we created this year.
Yep.
C.
Yep.
AZREIA.org/LLC. If you're tired of those boilerplate LLCs online that you pay $400 or $500 for, get LLC written by a real estate attorney that's catered towards real estate investors, written by Focus Law, and you get it for $385 with the operating agreement. So
yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't beat that. I mean, getting expert attorney advice, a written operating agreement for your LLC for under $400, and it's ironclad. And not only that, if anything happens, you know you got the attorneys backing behind you. So yeah, Focus Law, guys. That was May. And then June,
multifamily, large multifamily.
Yep.
Jose Miller is our multifamily subgroup leader. So every single month, I think it's the third Monday of every month here at the Central Phoenix office, Jose Miller just talks to our members about large multifamily. Same concept. You can take these same concepts in large multifamily, evaluating properties, raising money, identifying investments, and use them for 4plexes, 6 units and smaller. But he's really been great at expanding our members' mind to thinking bigger. So yes, traditionally AZREIA has been single family condos, mobile homes, land, multifamily, 4plex, 10 units or so. But he's really educating us how to go bigger. So it's been a great addition to our subgroups that we have. So thanks, Jose, for always putting that out there. And he actually came and presented at our monthly meeting in June and did a full day training workshop for everybody on just multifamily, just teaching you the basic ropes. So it was a lot of great content.
Yep. And then, as we said, in July this month, we were off, but we still had over 150 people in attendance online for our monthly meeting with Tina Tambor. So if you guys missed that, I am so sorry, because we not only got a market update for Phoenix Metro, but we got a market update for Tucson. We got a market update for Southern, Southwest, Bisbee. Yeah, Bisbee, Sierra Vista. And then also, help me out, Mike, up north, right?
Yeah.
Prescott. Yeah. We cover the whole state.
So they're imperative. So as if you don't know, Tina Tambor is with the Cromford Report. She's top real estate analyst in the state. She provides a go-to information to help you understand where we're at in the market, where we were, where we're going. So it's imperative that you're at these monthly market updates that we offer. Tina does come every other month, and Sarah Perkins, which are both great friends, she does the opposite months. So market updates are super important to your investment business. It's a lot of information that we put at you, but it gives you the opportunity to take what you need out of it and gather your own thoughts and your own decisions, and take that information and apply it into your real estate investing business and make the proper investment decision. So that's if there's one thing you take away from this, is attend a monthly meeting for the market updates.
One of the things that I like about the market update too, Mike, is really the myth busters that Sarah and Tina does, because when you're just scanning, let's just say like CNBC or Bloomberg or something like that, you'll see, foreclosures up 185% across the country, right? And everybody get alarmed because of that headline, clickbait. But what they fail to mention, and what I like about Tina and Sarah, is they dig behind that and they say, yeah, it's up 185%. But however, that's, so minuscule compared to where we are right now. So, hey, if we had 0 foreclosures and then we end up having 2 foreclosures next month, yeah, we're up 2,000%. But people only look at the headline. So that's a great reason why you guys need to be at the monthly meetings to hear from the Cromford Report experts as they give us analysis behind what's going on in our market.
Yeah, and they put they put the investor twist on it because yes, because you could see Tina or Sarah at real estate agent events as well. But they do, although some information may overlap, there is that extra emphasis on fix and flip category, on landlording, and so on.
Yep.
Awesome. So that's
All right, Mike. So that's
why.
yeah, that's July. So what do we have coming up? Well, before we do that, let's kind of talk about what happened in June, man. So we went out to Las Vegas for the National REIA, right? So me, Mike, Dom, we went out there so we can network
Stephanie,
with, and Stephanie, my wife. Yep.
won't tell her. All right.
So we went out to Vegas, right? Not only to become educated, but just to bond and see how we can help the members of AZREIA get even more information and become even more prolific as investors. And during that time, Mike, what happened, man? You were awarded an award, or I would say AZREIA was
Mhm.
awarded an award. What was that?
Yeah, no. The AZREIA won the REIA award. So basically, for those that know, real estate investing associations, there's a national REIA. There's the parent company. There's the big national. They represent all investors throughout the nation, and then there's usually a REIA in every state, in every city or major city, or so on.
Yep.
And we cover, obviously, as REIA covers the state of Arizona. So what happens is, there's 100 or so REIAs across the country, and everyone has an opportunity to submit things that they are doing to impact the community, impact real estate investors, and so on, and make REIAs better. So yeah, this year we won the best REIA award in the country. So that was, and
Woohoo. Yeah, we can't take that lightly. I mean, the best REIA in the country. We already know that here in Phoenix, right? In the great state of Arizona, we already know we have the best REIA, but it's good that the national REIA can shout it out to everybody else and let them know that, hey, we are the best here in the country. So
Yep.
good job. And you know what? That's evident. And we couldn't do it without our subgroup leaders, our business associates, and more importantly, our members, because you guys let us know what you want to learn, what you want to hear from, who you want to hear from, and we try and cater those messages to you guys.
Yeah, and just like, I know for this episode, we're just wrapping up July. It's just a recap. We don't have a guest on here. So, and we're going to go over some of the stuff that we accomplished. So since sometimes there's in an organization that we have, there's so much going on there. Like we said, we have 17 subgroup leaders, right? We have 17 events a month, right? For real estate investors. We have over 50 business associates that provide real estate services to real estate investors where you get discounts and benefits on. It's a lot of people, and we
Yep.
staff. So there's a lot going on. And sometimes, if you're listening, continue listening, because you just don't, through the emails or social or following us on social media, sometimes you might not grasp everything that's actually going on that could assist you in your business. So what else? So we won the award. Okay. The CE classes.
Yep.
Right. So we announced it in July's online meeting. So we're working hand in hand with Butch Lieber. He is a continuing education teacher. He's the president of the Phoenix Association of Realtors.
Yep. PAR.
I forgot, he's in one of our earlier episodes, right? So I always look out for Butch's continuing education classes. However, when Marcus and we had our podcast with him, we got to talking, and we realized that real estate investors and real estate agents, we're all part of the same family, right? We're all here to, whether it's to build wealth or help the citizens of the state of Arizona find safe, clean, affordable housing. And sometimes we don't see eye to eye, or we bump heads, right? Like sometimes investors think agents are crazy on certain things, or they don't understand how don't understand how we work, and vice versa. Agents might not think we're crazy, and we don't understand how they work. And it goes both ways. So we're like, how do we bridge that gap where investors can be more educated on how agents work, and how can agents be more educated on how investors work? So we created 3 classes. Did I cover everything on there so far before I go over the classes? Marcus, anything you want to say?
So if you want to hear Butch Lieber's episode, that was episode 53. So you guys can always go back to episode 53 and listen to Butch. So yeah, Mike, go ahead.
So he presented the classes here at AZREIA that we created. So we have the first class is working with investors. Let me see if I still have it up here so you can explain it better. Number one is working with investors. Let's see. Number two is representing investors. We want to help you understand ROI, return on investment, cap rates, just different metrics that we use, and how we look at the market versus a real estate agent. And number three, understanding investor financing. So we want to make sure you understand subject to seller carryback, lease options, right? Why we give low cash offers, right? So, and back to number one, the reason we're working with investors on number one is to help you understand how an investor thinks, the way we look at properties. This isn't an emotional purchase for us, right? This is a numbers game. It's a business. So look at the property differently than traditional home family would. So one, working with investors, understand how we set our goals and how we think. Number two, representing us, understanding our metrics, cap rates, return on investments. And number three, understanding our financing, creative financing, such as subject to and seller carries and so on. And the reason all that will help you, there's so many ways. So if you get an offer, a subject to or a carryback offer, or something creative that's not traditional bank loan, you need to understand that so you can better inform your client.
Yeah.
Right. So you better explain it, because confused mind says no, right? If you don't know what's it in the books, hey, I don't know what that is. My broker doesn't know what it is. Well, it's a no. But that type of offer could truly help the homeowner.
Yeah.
So there's ways you can close more deals by being educated on how investors think. And also these classes will help you better educate your clients and get through their potential problems that they might be in. That's essential. I don't want to I could talk about this for days.
Yeah. And like you said, Mike, the main thing that you said was it helped bridge the gap between investor agent and traditional home buyer or home seller, right? Because there's three different caveats. Well, there's more because you got the financing, but normally that agent is trying to work with the investor as well as with their client. And sometimes an agent has that fiduciary responsibility to whoever they're representing. But if they don't know exactly how an investor is pitching or how they're presenting their offer, they're going to immediately tell their client, no, this may not be the best offer for them, when in actuality, it could be better than any other offer they receive. So like you said, it's just bridging that gap. So as an agent, you understand both sides of the coin, how I can work with investors, how I can work with traditional sellers, and you be that medium to bridge the gap. So perfect there, Mike.
Well, some kind of insight on that, right? So when it comes to working with investors, for example, right? My wife Dominique's an agent and she's an investor herself. So this helps her get more clients, right? So she rather than saying, "Hey, I'm an investor. Oh, I'll work with you. I'm an agent. Find your houses. Here's a portal. Oh, what neighborhood you want? I'll get you a portal in that zip code. All single families. There you go. Bye." No, my wife will go through the property, say, "Hey, here's a portal, right? What are you looking for? What's your return on investment? What kind of cap rate? What kind of rents? What kind of tenants? What kind of renovations do you like?" Get that full investor identity idea of them, go into that portal, search the portal for them, run the numbers on the specific properties that are close. Then rather than having 50 properties in a portal, she hand delivers 3 or 4 properties that meet their exact investment criteria. And then they go look at those houses and then they create the offers. And then, so now who is the investor going to work with?
That top-notch agent.
Yeah. And not only that is, especially as markets change, whether we're in a recession or we're going into whatever it is, investors, there's always investment transactions.
Yep.
The buyers always change through these cycles of the type of investors that are in the market. But when markets are down, you're going to get that savvy investor in there. That's what held the market up in the last recession. I forgot the percentage, over 50, 60% of whatever the closings were all cash. We're all investors out of state, out of the country, whatever it was. We held the market up. The agents that understood how those people thought, did the deals. So, and the last thing I'll just chime in on this was not only all that, well, what about your own wealth? we held an event here at AZREIA. There's 100 real estate agents in the room. I had the opportunity to stand up there and say, "Hey, I'm Mike at AZREIA." And I said, "How many people own rental properties? How many right? This is experience. This wasn't a newbie group. This is a experienced
Yeah.
group of real estate agents. How many agents out of 100 in there have rental property? How many raised their hand? Did I ever tell you this story?
Nope.
6
So 6%.
had raised their hand, had rental property. Experienced, top-notch sales agents, great at their job. You guys have all the access to all the deals, right?
Right.
So now, I said, how many can retire? He could quit selling houses right now and live off your rental properties. 1,
One.
6,
Yep.
which is good, but
Mhm.
so that's another thing. By you going through these CE classes, you're going to be able to start thinking like an investor and start utilizing this for yourself. So when an opportunity comes across your table, you can basically maybe buy a couple properties for yourself. So when the market is down and the sales aren't there for whatever reason, you got some cash flowing assets rolling into the bank to help you weather any storm. So Butch Lieber, thank you so much. He said he
Yep.
presented this to the Arizona state board, and they approved it within an hour. They loved everything they saw. So keep an eye out for Butch Lieber's website, drawador.com. I think it is, in AZREIA.org, and we will have those classes out here soon.
Yeah, that's great, because that's what it's about, is collaborating to bridge that gap and find a need in the marketplace. And that's the reason why the board was able to say yes within an hour, because they know that there's a need in the marketplace for that. So find a problem, bring a solution, and you'll
There you
get
go.
it done. All right. Then we did the legislative update. So episode 88 of the AZREIA show, we did legislative update with Mark Zimmerman. So you want to kind of touch on that,
Yeah.
Mike?
Mark Zimmerman, Zona Law, another business associate, eviction attorney in the state.
There you go.
All right. So, but yeah, he's been with us since day one. Zona Law's great. Mark is great. But what he does is he also works with the Arizona Multi-Housing Association as well. He's on the board over there. So he keeps us in tune with all the legislative, all the laws coming down the pipeline. He informs and educates all of the real estate community here in Arizona. So on episode 82, we just basically broke down in short. He said, I think there's 22 proposed anti-landlord laws coming down the pipeline. 2024 is going to be the year where we find out if we're going to be side by side with Oregon, Washington, and California as no longer being investor landlord friendly. So it's time to vote, right? So we
Yep.
are working on putting together what everything means. We kind of break down some of the House bills in that episode for you to look into, but we're going to be providing more information on the House bills, what they mean, so you can make your decision as an investor as to which way you think they should go. But we just want to let you know things can change pretty drastically, meaning like control, right?
Affordable
Right now,
housing restrictions.
a lot of restrictions or
Yep.
eviction delays. So here's the thing though, everybody, we're not saying we're opposed to everything. And you know what I mean? Like I said, we're providing safe, clean, affordable housing to the citizens of Arizona, and it has to be fair for everybody. Right. So, but little things though, you get these big iBuyers, the big corporations come in, they're doing rent to builds. A lot of these laws are made for the big players, right?
Mhm.
But here at AZREIA, we are the mom and pop investors, right? I think I don't quote me on this, but I know, like, what do they say? Like 65% of all stats are wrong, right? So it's my joke.
Okay.
So but like 65 or 70% of rental properties in Arizona are owned by mom and pop people, meaning you have like 3 rentals, 10 rentals max,
Yep.
right? So when the big dogs come in, the laws change, it affects the other 60, 70% of the housing providers here at AZREIA. So now when you say, hey, you got to wait 30 days, 60 days to evict someone versus 5 days or whatever it may be, that is another mortgage payment that comes
Yep.
out of our savings account or our retirement account or our kids' college fund, right?
Mhm.
Not billions of dollars from Wall Street, right? So So when these laws go into effect, it hurts the average investor, the average person. So we got to speak up and let people know this. So keep an eye out over the next few months as we go into 2024 with Mark Zimmern, and then we'll talk more about this.
Yep, absolutely. And that was, I stand corrected, that was episode 82, guys. So episode 82 is with Mark Zimmern. All right, Mike. I mean, we've been doing quite a bit, man. Quite a bit has been going on here at AZREIA. We released the book, the house hacking book. So if you guys are new, yeah, new to real estate investing and you want to find a low barrier to entry, you want to try house hacking, and we have, our subgroup leader, Patrick Allen, down in Tucson, who's also a realtor, and he stands by house hacking. He's done numerous house hack deals, and he's at House Hack Investors. So if you want to learn about house hacking, how to get started, how to buy, a duplex or a fourplex or something like that, or even a single family and do the shared living, co-living, then you really need to read that house hacking book. And you can go to AZREIA.org and you'll see that book right there. Do you have the backing URL for that, Mike?
It's just in our products page. Yeah. I mean, maybe we put it in the show links, and also you can get it on
Okay.
Amazon.com as well.
All right. Perfect. All right. So we have a very special gift for you guys also. For those of you who are new to AZREIA or new to this podcast or new to the YouTube channel, we want to invite you to our monthly meeting. So Mike and the team has presented something to you guys that he wants to tell you all about, so you can come and see us live and in person and get to know us and get to know what the monthly meeting is all about. So Mike, you care to share?
Yeah, of course. So if you're new to AZREIA, or you're looking to become a member and you've never been to any of our meetings, I highly recommend starting with or whatever you could start with, obviously, but the second Monday of every month in Scottsdale, Arizona, we do what we call our Phoenix monthly meeting, where we have trade show. So all our business associates, or a majority of them, come out. They have a booth for insurance agents, lawyers, title companies, real estate agents, property managers, you name it. Anyone that you
Funders.
need, hard money lenders, if you need
Yep.
money, all types of lenders. So anything you need in real estate investing, you've probably been watching a bunch of YouTube videos. You've probably been maybe even bought a course, whatever it is. These things still ain't kind of kicking off for you. So everyone's here. Everyone's in one spot, right? Your choice if you want to use them, but at least you get to talk to them and ask them questions and get direction locally from in town local experts. So you get to meet everyone at the trade show. Then we do, obviously, like we already mentioned with Tina and Sarah, we do the market update, right? So we already touched on that. And then we also do an education presentation, whether it's a panel on a specific subject or education. Like, so meaning Jose came in and talked about multifamily for an hour, right? Or this month here for August 14th at Venue 8600, we're doing a raising private money panel. So right now we have Zach Keeps, who is a major landlord in town, over 250 rental properties. He raises money to get those houses, right? So he doesn't work 9 to 5 and have a W-2 to buy those houses. He raises the money. We have Andrew LeBaron coming on. He's doing hotels and motels. He's converting old motels into apartments. He's doing all this stuff, big properties. He's raising money to do those deals. We have, earlier we mentioned John Burley. Since 1989, This guy has been raising money, probably has thousands of single family homes just in one area of Phoenix, right? He's going to talk about raising money. And then we're bringing back Focus Law, Nick McGurr, and he's going to give the legal perspective. So you're probably wondering, hey, it's securities, or yes, we can raise money. What's a credit investor? What's a non-accredited investor? There'll be all the stuff you might have in the legal area. So we wanted to make sure that we brought an attorney onto the panel for you as well, so you can get your questions answered. Okay, so we will do Q&A. I'll have some pre-planned questions. You, the members and guests, will also be able to ask questions as well in regards to raising money. So be there. And we're also going to go down to Tucson. We do this for our Tucson chapter on Tuesday, August 15th. We'll do the same thing, except with Tucson experts down in Tucson. So yeah, that's the monthly meeting. So go to AZREIA.com. We created that page for new people, new to real estate investing, or wanting or never been to AZREIA. You can go get a complimentary ticket at AZREIA.com and get one free ticket. Check it out. Come and enjoy the experience.
So there's absolutely no excuse. So come, we opening up the doors free for you all that have never been to an AZREIA event. Come and see what we're all about. Come and get the education. Come and explore. Come and meet. Come and network and be a part of the group. And you'll see exactly how much you will learn, just in one meeting, just in one session. So, Mike, man, we talked a lot. So we recap. What else do we have coming up?
Well,
let's not give everything.
I almost forgot. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about, that was August event.
Yep.
So, yeah, I didn't talk about September. So just kind of go in advance, go a little bit further.
Yep.
So our September monthly meeting, we're bringing in Adrian Smoot, who is a national educator, and he specializes in mobile homes. So if you're looking at that lower price point, feel maybe you're getting outpriced on some of these houses and multifamily, mobile homes. I've done them personally. Marcus has done them.
Mhm.
They're great investments, and he's going to break down how he lives a life of financial freedom through mobile home investing. Actually, he just got a shipment in from him. Got a big box of Yeti mugs, koozies, t-shirts, books. So I'm going to be giving those away next month at the August 14th event as well.
All right. Sounds good. So as you guys can see, it's a full year. We've already done a lot, and we got a lot more to go. So remember, go to AZREIA.org to get all of the updated information on what AZREIA, what we're doing. And then if you're new, go to AZREIA.com. That's AZREIA.com, and get your complimentary free ticket. And then also, give us a 5-star review. If you like to hear from me and Mike, we air every Friday. Every Friday, we air our podcast and YouTube. Feel free to give us a 5-star review. Let us know how we're doing. You know what? And if we're not doing good, we don't want the 1-star review, but let us know. Let us know exactly what we're doing. And then also, we want the comments on YouTube. Maybe we're not touching a topic that you need more information on, or you have questions about something. Feel free to drop them in the comment section, and we'll get back to you, and we'll give you an answer, and steer you in the right direction.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I mean, I know like you said, we threw a lot at you in this episode, right? Which we normally never do. So this is what, episode 88?
88. Yep.
So we're creeping up on 100. So we got to do something special for that. So you guys have any ideas who we should invite? I don't even know if we are going to do something special, but I think that's special.
Yeah, we'll do something special, Mike. It's 100.
Yeah, I heard the average podcast lasts to episode 50, and they quit.
Yep.
So past that, we beat that. So
yep.
So, but outside of that, it's like, so we threw a lot at you. Never really do that, but there's a lot that can be helpful. So outside of this and listening to this podcast, just remember the market update at the main meeting, the vendors there, we're here to answer all. What I'm saying is, anything you need, we have, or we can get you in the right direction, from the monthly meeting to the 17 real estate investing subgroups per month. We have our subgroup leaders all have been in the business 5+ years. They're active in the Arizona market in their respective industry, whether it's flipping, landlording, nodes, raising capital. Tracy Royce is starting the FIRE movement next month as well. I didn't even say forget about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So come, you got to show up, right, and ask the question. So the value's there, the information's there, the resources are there through the subgroups, to the networking. DM me on Instagram, follow me. DM Marcus on Instagram, follow him, right? Go to our YouTube page. We have 1,000 videos. So it's like, we have a lot for you. All right. So, but can't do the work for you.
That's true. Yep.
Can't do the work for you. So we have everything else, but we can't put it in for you. All right. So that's how you will succeed in this business. It's real. It works. And come meet the other investors that are doing it.
There you go. Nice way to cap it off, Mike. So, guys, if you want more information, follow us on all the social platforms. That's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. We're everywhere. So just go to AZREIA.org on the website, and you will see all of our social links down there. Follow us, because we want to make sure that you get true quality content, not fluff, not, make $1 million in 30 days. We want to show you the exact steps that we take in order to become successful. We didn't even talk about the Launchpad session, Mike. We got Launchpad where we show you so you can identify what direction you want to go into, because we know real estate is it's a broad spectrum. You can do quite a bit, but we want to steer you in the right direction. So make sure you follow us. Again, go to AZREIA.org. We're here to help you. We're not here to sell you. You're members, not customers. You're members. And that's what we want to make sure that we get you to understand. So thank you again. This is episode 88. Mike, any last words?
No, man, I talked enough. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate you.
All right, guys, we will see you next time. This is the AZREIA Show. I'm your host, Marcus Maloney, and we have our executive director, Mike Delpreet, signing off.
Thanks for listening to the AZREIA Show with your hosts, Marcus Maloney and Mike Delpreet. We hope you enjoyed this episode. If you found this information valuable, head over to AZREIA.org and learn more about our community.